Hey guys, it's JaylikesCookies here. I've got a few decks built, Infinities, Quick Draw, and X-Sabers. But right now I'm going to go through my current deck, which is X-Sabers. I've tested out Infinities over here, tested out Quick Draw, and tested out X-Sabers. I've tested out Herald as well and other top tier decks. But personally, I think X-Sabers are the best deck at the moment. So I've tried around with my build. I've made some weird changes to it, but it's working rather well. But so I'd just like to show you guys it. Start off with free Faltrol. It's pretty stable in the deck. You summon it, use its effect. You can special summon one level 4 or lower X-Saber monster from your graveyard once per turn. 2 Arbellum. A lot of people think this card is stable as a free off, but usually whenever you summon it, it just gets hit by a bombless or something. And you've got your free Dark Souls for Resh Kit targets, so you're usually fine. 2 Arbellums is more than enough. Free Dark Soul. This card is a key component of the deck. I would say you need to use 3 of this card in the deck. You could try it with 2 Dark Souls, 2 Hammer's Blade, and maybe 3 Arbellum. But personally, I recommend using 3 Dark Souls no matter what. It's just so good. You set it, and then it gets destroyed, and then you can search for any X-Saber monster from your deck and add to your hand at the end phase. To set up for next turn, so you can get your Faltrols if you've got a Rescue Kit in hand. You can get your Bogart Knights, you can get your Postule if you need to stall, just whatever you need. 2 Fulham Knight. A lot of people like this card in freeze, but I don't think it's that needed really. I only use it as 2 off. I've also been considering dropping it to 1. So it's just on personal preference. Personally, I like it as 2, but I might test it out as 1 and to see how it works. 1 Hammer's Blade. Last format, I was a fan of using 3 Hammer's Blades. Just completely 3 Hammer's Blades. But with the release Dark Soul, I started using 2 Hammer's Blade. And I never really tried 1. I always thought 2 was, the right number. But then the jump results came in, and it seemed that most decks were only using 1. So I decided to try it out. It can't hurt, why not? Just try it out. And it's been testing so much better. Usually, before I would go Hammer's Blade and Hammer's Blade Dark Soul. But now it's just so much quicker. Just go Hammer's Blade Dark Soul and get your combo off a lot quicker. Hammer's Blade, it's a dead draw. You don't really want it, so just one of it's more than enough. 1 Postule. It's your staller for the deck. It's also your 2-star tuner. So you can go Faltrol Postule into an 8-star, or you can Bogart Knight, Special Summon Postule, and get an instant +3 with High Ally. So it's also, it's always good you use. To speed the deck up, I use Sanguine as well as 3 Dark Souls. Sanguine lets me get my Summoner Monk, and with Summoner Monk I can ditch a spell to Special Summon Rescue Kit. And Rescue Kit is probably the most broken card in the deck. You summon it, tribute it off, you get 2 level 3 or lower beast type monsters from your deck, and Special Summon to the field, so you can get Dark Soul, or Arbellum, Dark Soul, Arbellum, whatever you want. Some people always use Raikou, so you can go Arbellum, Raikou, and go into Cluster. But usually I just go Arbellum, Dark Soul, and the Faltrol play, or a 6-star. Gores, I think it's pretty stable in this format because of Infinities and X-Sabers they're both OTK decks and they're both going to kill you, as fast as they can. And Gores is also a good a backup plan in case they're going for kill, and then you can just counter next turn. Now, my own personal preference in the deck, I've been testing out. A lot of people are starting to main Thunder Kings, but I've been maining something else. DoomCaliber Knight. This card is unbelievably broken. Well, I don't know if broken's the word, but it's unbelievably good. A lot of people haven't, given time to test it, but I've been maining 2 for a while, and I think it works really well. A lot of people summon their DoomCaliber Knights into a bottomless, but usually the best thing to do is set your DoomCaliber Knight. It's got like 18 defense, so it's hard to get over. Set your DoomCaliber Knight first turn, you're putting attack into it, and next turn just start beating them down with it. And their bottomless is pretty useless. You can also, most times you'll decide them out for your Thunder Kings as well. 2 Book of Moon, I think 2 stable, disrupts your opponent's plays as well. Double Gold Sark, I've been testing this and it's really good in the deck. It's another monk target, another spell. It also helps you get your monk and your Faltrol and your Cold Wave and stuff like that, really easily. So you play it turn 1, and turn 3 you win, basically. Mind Control. Broom Control, pretty much staples with all the tuners using the deck. Protection, you have Heavy Storm, Trunade, Cold Wave. Cold Wave is so good, it's usually going to be your gold start target because you can go high online, they can't really do anything about it and get your +3. On MST, it's the protection. On to the traps. Mind Crush. Yes, I main one Mind Crush. I don't main a trap plus shoot. I think Mind Crush is just better this format because most decks, well, top tier decks right now are X-Sabers and Infernities. With X-Sabers, you're going to be using their Dark Souls and their Sanguines to search quite a lot. So you're usually going to know what they have in their hand. So you're not really going to lose, but that's fact. Also, it's real fit. You have to see your opponent's hand. So it also gets you some fantasy error because you know how to play around certain cards and what to do and when to do it. So Mind Crush is, I would say, staple in just about every deck right now. 2 Bottomless Trap Hole. I don't mean Saber Hole. I think Bottomless Trap Hole is just better. Like, it's personal preference. 1 Dust Tornado. 1 Starlight Road. 1 Solemn. 1 Trap Stun. Trap Stun's really good because it's also a setup for your plays. And I mean 1 Royal Oppression. So say for example, my opponent's trying to go for a big move. I play my Oppression, shut them down. And then I want to counter next turn with my own big move. All I have to do is flip up Trap Stun. Oppression can't be activated that turn. And then I can just spam with my Fall Trolls or my Gollum Z-Calls. Which I only use 2 off. I used to use 3. Used to be Heavy Believer. 3 was staple. But, you know, I don't use that as many X-Sabers as before. So I think 2 is just the right number right now. It just depends on your build. So, you know, if you want like any help with your builds, just PM me, I'll be happy to help you. This is my sinker board. It's pretty staple. Chimera Attack Fortress because I side in Cyber Dragon against Machina. And they also might have their own Cyber Dragons floating about. Mistworm, staple. 2 Golems, I think 2 is the right number. Some people are really using 1. But personally, I would tend to bring out 2 in a duel. So I don't know, it's just down to personal preference, whatever you guys prefer. 1 Stardust. I wish I had room for another, but there's just not enough room in the deck. I'll usually save it for my starter plays. Colossal Fighter. 1 Arbellum. 1 Black Rose for blowing up the field. I don't know, I never actually use it. I'll probably end up dropping it. You know, people say it's a staple in every deck, but you know, it's nothing special. You'll usually have field advantage with X-Sabers. So you don't really need to bring out your Black Rose unless it's an absolute emergency. But most of the time you just rather have another Stardust Dragon. 2 Hellline. This card's so good. It's 1 tuner and 1 are non-tuner X-Saber monsters. So it's your Arbellum, your Dark Soul, or your Ember's Blade, or your Wilhelm. And then it destroys all 3 spell and trap cards in the field. It can be Starlight Roaded, so like be careful about that. But it's usually really good in the deck. It's also another X-Saber name for your Fall Troll plays. Baronic, Staple, Goyo Guardian, Catastor, and Magical Android. I don't know, I might drop Android. It's alright, you know. I'm most of the time going to bring Catastor, but Android's just there. Sideboard. Sideboard isn't fully complete right now. It's just a little test sideboard. So a few things will be changed. 2 Thunder King, 1 Cyber Dragon, 2 Concentrated Light for Infernities and Blackwings. It's not really that good against Infernities because they'll just side on Fissures against you. Most of the time game 2. And they'll just give out your Concentrated Lights. But it's really good if you use 1 for 1 because then you can 1 for 1 and they're Concentrated Light. DD Crow for most matches. My Body's your shield. 2 System Downs for Machina. 2 Krebs for the mirror match and the Infernity matchup. Well, it also works for Lightsworn and other decks like that. 1 Gollum Z-Call for the mirror match. 1 Dust Tornado for, you know, burn decks, Infernities, etc. Just whenever you need to burn in against. That's the deck. You know, I've tested out Quick Draw, I've tested out Infernities. I just think X-Sabers is the better deck right now. You know, it's personal preference, whatever you guys like. I've got a lot more videos coming soon. You know, I can show you the Infinity deck, the Quick Draw deck, whatever you want to see. I can build just about any deck off the format. So whatever you want to see, just PM me and I'll hopefully get it up for you. This is JaylikesCookies signing out, and don't forget to subscribe, please.